knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men. The Shadow knows.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another exciting adventure of The Shadow, the mystery man who strikes terror into the very hearts of shopsters, lawbreakers, and criminals. These recreations are to continue to demonstrate to old and young alike that crime does not pay. Lamont Cranston, a man of wealth, a student of science, and a master of other people's minds, devotes his life to righting wrongs, solving crimes, protecting the innocent, and punishing the guilty. Using advanced methods that may be ultimately become available to all law enforcement agencies, Cranston is known to the underworld as the Shadow. Never seen, only heard, as haunting to a superstitious mind, as a ghost, and as inevitable as a guilty conscience. Cranston's friend and companion, the lovely Margo Lane, is the only person to know who the invisible voice belongs to. Today's drama, Mine Hunters.
Zeto, let me in.
Come.
Zeto, why you make me come down here to the Panama waterfront in the middle of a foggy night like this? Why is Capitan Bogart here?
The good captain is no longer satisfied to take orders, Varita. He wants to know why his men spend so much time taking soundings of the entrance of the canal. Why this fish trawler he commands does not catch more fish.
Yes. And what's the idea of contacting the tramp steamer that's been standing offshore?
You are paid well to do as you are told and be silent, Capitan Bogart.
Not enough for what I think you're mixed up in.
And what is that, Captain?
Spying. Sounding out the defences and the mine placements protecting the Panama Canal. That's what.
You know too much, Captain. Much. Too much. And the sharks of La Boca will welcome you. Come in, Riker. We are glad to see you.
Did you fix it up for me to get that deckhand job on the trawler?
Yes. It is all arranged.
Hey, what's the idea? Why the gun?
Just this. We know you are not a deckhand. You are Lieutenant Cartwright of the United States Naval Intelligence Division.
So, you found out about me before I could get the goods on you and your ring.
So, sorry, Lieutenant. It is the fortunes of espionage.
Major Baker to see you, Commander.
Show him right in. Ah, good morning, Major.
Morning, Commander. Now, I've just heard one of your cutters found the body of Lieutenant Cartwright washed up on the beach near La Boca.
Yes, one of our best men.
Beg pardon, Commander. Another code message from the Navy Department in Washington.
This makes the third today. Good grief!
Now what?
This message. The Secret Service sent 2 operators down here a month ago, and they haven't reported in the last 10 days.
Probably 2 more good men accidentally caught in trawl nets.
Yes, and left for shark bait. Good heavens, Major. What use are the Army and Navy's elaborate defenses of the Panama Canal if every potential enemy of the United States knows as much about them as we do?
You're right. We've got to wipe out this spy ring. But how? Every intelligence officer we've put on the job has come back empty-handed.
Or dead.
But there must be some way. Some man smart enough and nervy enough to deal with these spies. These killers.
Yes, but try and find such a man.
We are landing in Panama City in 5 minutes. Passengers for Lima and Valparaiso have 1 hour stopover.
Lamont, just what prompted you to fly down here and try to locate the leaders of the spy ring operating in and around the canal zone? After all, according to the newspapers, the Army, Navy, and Secret Service are doing everything they can.
Careful, Margo. Our fellow passengers look innocent enough, but espionage always draws strange recruits.
Do you really think I could be of any help to you, Lamont?
You've always been a big help to Lamont Cranston, Margo. And this time, you may be helping your country as well. Waiter! Waiter!
Si, señor.
Let me have a check.
Si, señor. Pronto. Muy pronto.
Lamont, I love the way these Panama natives say quickly and then take all day.
Life moves very slowly in the tropics, Margo.
So does criminal investigation, it would seem. We've been here a week. You know, Lamont, if these international spies are half as clever as you seem to think, they may be suspicious of us.
It's a very old axiom among hunters that if you're after a killer, whether he be a wolf, a tiger, or a man, if you can't find him, make it easy for him to find you.
Oh, in other words, Lamont, we're just a couple of walking invitations for a shot in the dark or a knife in the back. Is that it?
I'm afraid it's the only way we can get a lead that will start us on the trail of the leaders of this spy ring. I'm scared.
Of course I'm scared, and I hope you don't mind if I look behind me every once in a while. This waterfront section gives me the creeps. And the people in this cafe, ugh, they look like they'd slit your throat for the fun of it.
What? Yes, of course.
Lamont, who is she?
Who is who?
That Spanish dancer you've been watching for the last 10 minutes.
That's Varita, a half-caste Mexican and Oriental. She owns this cafe, and according to rumor, she is one of the most notorious characters in Panama.
How much did it cost you to hear that rumor, Lamont?
The Shadow doesn't pay bribes, Margo.
So that's it. After Lamont Cranston, the amateur criminologist, has seen his assistant safely to her room in the hotel, the Shadow has been prowling the back streets of Panama.
Careful, Margo. The waiter is coming back.
It's about time.
Your bill is $2.50. American, senor.
Here you are. Keep the change.
Gracias, senor. Gracias. You'll be back again, senor?
Maybe. What makes you ask?
Only that for 3 nights now you have come, senor. You like the cafe of Senorita Varita, see?
You have a very interesting place. Yes, I think we will be back.
Come on, Lamont. Let's get out of here.
Buenas noches, senor, senorita. Buenas noches.
Manuel, what did the American say?
He said you have a most interesting place. You come back again, senorita.
That will be all, Manuel. Go back to your tables.
Si, senor Zeto.
Zeto, what have you learned of this man and his pretty companion?
Very little, Varita. At the hotel, they are registered as John Hardy of New York and Miss Martha Adams of Boston.
Their rooms. You have had them searched?
Yes. The head porter. He is one of my men. He found nothing. No suspicious papers.
Then what makes you think they are government agents?
I have good reason to suspect this man. If not the young woman, Varita.
So, why, Zeto?
Each night he has seen the young lady to her room. Then he has left the hotel again.
Where does he go?
3 nights now my men have followed him. But each night he has walked into the shadows and vanished.
You talk like a fool. Men don't vanish in Panama unless we see to it.
What this man does. Last night he came to the waterfront. Walked out on the fisherman's wharf. 3 of my men thought they had him cornered. But when they reached the wharf, he was not there.
Perhaps he had the wings and flew away. Or jumped into the water and drowned himself, and it is his ghost we saw here tonight.
No, he was there. He spoke to my men, but they could not see him, but only hear his voice and his laughter. Laughter such as you might hear from the devil himself.
Don't invent lies to cover your stupidity.
It is not a lie. This man can move into the shadows, become as a shadow himself, unseen. Do not laugh, Varita. It is the truth. There is such a man. I have heard of him and his powers. To those in our profession, he is the most dangerous man alive. And And he is here. Here in Panama. I tell you.
Who are you talking about?
Perhaps you too have heard of him, Varita. He is the terror of the criminal world in America. He succeeds where the police and secret service and agents of counter-espionage have failed. He is a man all men fear, yet no one has ever seen. And his name, Varita, it is the Shadow.
The Shadow?
Yes, the Shadow. And he is here in Panama. And unless we find a way of trapping him, he will trap us.
And you think this John Hardy of New York is the Shadow?
Or an accomplice.
Zeto, the Trawler, Vendetta. It puts to sea tonight, yes?
In 1 hour.
This girl, it might be well if she went along.
You think she will be fine bait for the trap to catch the Shadow? It could be arranged. It will not be difficult to get her out of the hotel.
Good. And on board the trawler, in the open sea after dawn, there will be no shadows. Get her. Bring her to the trawler. I will meet you there.
You go to sea with us.
See, if the shadow appears, it would be interesting to see if his powers are strong enough to save him from the tiger sharks that swarm the minefields of Panama.
Porter, you know what you are to do.
Si, Senor Zeto. When you have taken the girl away, I am to run quick into the room of Senor Hardy, her friend, and tell him some men take her to the steam trawler Vendetta.
Yes. Wait 5, no, 10 minutes. Then warn him.
I understand.
Good. Now, which is the senorita's room?
There. I have a key to open that door to the patio.
Unlock it. My men will do the rest.
Si, senor.
Pedro, Manuel, quick, bring the girl. Do not let her cry out.
Si, senor. She will not cry out.
In just a minute, the curtain rises on Act 2 of The Shadow's adventure. Meanwhile, a word to you drivers. Do you slow down while passing a school? Do you pass other cars on a hill? Do you come to a full stop at the street intersection?
The Shadow wonders. The terrific toll of death and injuries indicates that too many drivers fail to exercise caution, fail to consider the other fellow. Play safe. It pays.
And now, back to The Shadow.
Zeto, what have you learned?
It is strange he does not come, this Shadow.
We cannot wait much longer. The trawler must put to sea. What are you going to do with the girl if he does not come?
What we do with Captain Bogart, with the lieutenant from the Department of Naval Intelligence, with the 2 Secret Service agents from Washington. Where is the girl?
In the next cabin. Maybe you can make her talk. You know so many ways, Zeto.
I will try. But women are different. They can stand much more torture, more pain than a man. Come, senorita. We talk to you now. Maybe you talk to us.
You can talk all you like, but I have nothing to say.
Don't be too sure, senorita. This is Mr. Zeto. He has had experience in loosening the tongue of those who will not speak freely.
I can imagine.
Senorita, among my people there is a saying that the tongue is for speech. And those who will not use their tongue for speaking have no need of it, and they will not feel its loss if the tongue is taken away.
I really believe you would, Mr. Zeto.
It has been necessary on occasions.
But what good would it do you to have my tongue cut out?
None. Therefore, we would both lose if your stubborn courage should force me to go so far, Senorita.
What do you want to know?
This friend of yours, this man, John Hardy of New York, what is he doing in Panama?
I don't know.
Where is he now?
I don't know.
You lie. You know who he is, what he is. Why is he here?
I tell you, I don't...
Quick, tell me this one thing. Is it not true this friend of yours is the man the whole world knows as the Shadow?
I tell you, I don't...
I will answer that question for you, Mr. Zeto.
The Shadow! He is here! He has walked into our trap!
No, Zeto. It is I who will set the trap for you.
Pedro, Manuel, quick. Watch the door. Let no one out of the cabin.
It will do no good to call your cutthroats, Zeto. I have disposed of them, one by one.
Zeto! It is true. They do not answer.
You are cornered. Trapped, Zeto. Trapped.
Zeto, don't stand there staring. He's here, in the cabin. But we've got the girl. Don't let go of her. What's the matter with you?
Surely you have heard of the power of hypnosis, Senorita. Look at him. He cannot move, cannot speak. Listen to me, Zeto. Listen to me. Take your fingers from that girl's throat. Release her. Release her. Release her.
Zeto? Zeto!
It is useless, Senorita.
So, you have caught him, Shadow. But you will never get me. Never. Never.
Lamont. Thank heavens you got here in time. I'm sure he meant to kill me.
I know. Quick, get off this trawler. Wait on the wharf.
Why did you let Varita get away?
Because she will show me the way to the real leader of this spy ring bent on destroying the defenses of the canal.
What about Zeto?
Go now. Hurry. Mr. Zeto is going to tell all he knows to the Shadow.
Lamont, where are we going?
Straight out to sea. 8 miles south-southwest. And you'd better hope I haven't forgot how to read a compass.
But I thought you were going to trail Varita.
It won't be necessary. She'll be where we're going.
Did you get that from Zeto?
Yes, and many other things, Margo. There's a ship out here.
Then that's where the trawler was going?
Yes.
Lamont, you're not going to board that ship alone?
I must, Margo. It's the only chance of getting at the real leader of the spy ring.
But what can you do against a whole crew of a ship? Why don't you turn your information over to the Naval Patrol? Let them deal with them.
They can't without creating an international incident. The ship is beyond the 3-mile limit, carrying the flag of a supposedly friendly country. But I have strong medicine in the waterproof box I'm taking aboard with me.
What kind of ship is it?
A tramp steamer. But actually, it is a disguised tender, loaded with mines and capable of converting fishing trawlers like the Vendetta into mine layers in a few hours.
Good heavens. Just what are you going to do, Lamont? What can I do to help?
Margo, all I want you to do is to take the wheel of this speedboat when we get near that ship. After I've gone overboard, turn back towards the coast a couple of miles. Cut the motor and wait until you hear from me over the shortwave band the Shadow always uses.
But suppose they hear us and send a boat out.
Don't worry about me. But there's only one more thing. If a wind springs up and the sea gets rough, head back for the coast. This boat won't ride a storm.
And leave you on that ship? I will not.
You will. And I want your promise, or we turn back now.
All right. I promise. Lamont! Look! That's a ship dead ahead, without lights.
That's it, Margo. Take the wheel, quick.
There's a smaller boat alongside.
A trawler? I thought there'd be one. And it may mean Varita is here ahead of us.
Lamont, wait! Let me swing in closer.
No, This is close enough. Remember, Margo, stand off until you hear from me.
So, Zeto was caught, and you, Senorita Varita, became so afraid of the shadow that you dared disobey my command that you shall never come aboard this ship.
But, Dr. Moloff!
Wait! You have dared link me with the activities of our spies in Panama. You are a fool and a coward, Senorita, and I have no use for those who cannot obey my orders.
But you do not know this shadow. You have not seen, as I have, what he can do.
I know all about this shadow. It is my business to know everything about those who may, sooner or later, stand in the way of my plan.
You are very clever, Dr. Moloff. But how do you know the shadow is not on board this ship?
If he is, I shall deal with him.
That powerboat we heard half an hour ago was not cruising around for nothing. I tell you, it's dangerous to stay in these waters after what has happened.
We are beyond the 3-mile limit. We are safe here.
You are not safe from this shadow. Not anywhere.
Yes, come in.
I've had the ship searched from bow to stern, as you ordered, Dr. Molloff. I don't believe anyone boarded us from that powerboat.
What of the powerboat?
I had the trawler cruise around. No trace of it, sir. Must have returned to Panama.
Very well. Go to the bridge and wait for my orders.
Yes, sir.
And now, Senorita, I shall consider your case.
I cannot go back to Panama.
It is too bad, for Panama is the only place you have of any use to me.
But I've done nothing. I have not betrayed you. You could put me ashore down the coast until it is safe for me to go back.
I have a better plan. It is easier, quicker.
No. You wouldn't shoot me for one mistake. I have been valuable to you. I have found out many secrets for you.
But no more. Do not be afraid. Do not cower like an animal. I am not going to shoot you. I am merely going to give you a chance to do it yourself.
No! I won't. I will do anything, but not that.
And why not, Senorita? You and Mr. Zeto have killed many men.
No, I won't.
Very well. Then you leave me no choice.
Wait, Dr. Moloff. Before you shoot, listen to me.
The shadow! He is here! I warned you, but you would not listen!
So you dare to come, even here, Shadow?
Yes, Doctor. I have come for you.
Then you are a fool. I know you go unarmed, and you can call upon no one to help you. This ship is beyond the territorial waters of the United States.
But you are going to leave this ship, Dr. Moloff. You are going to leave this ship before 10 minutes have passed, or you will never leave alive.
Save your bluffs for fools like my agents, Shadow.
This is not a bluff, Doctor. I have not been idle in the half hour I have been aboard. I know the hold of this ship is filled with high explosive mines. Think what will happen when a time bomb goes off in that cargo of death.
A time bomb? 10 minutes?
Less than 10, Dr. Moloff. Think fast. You still have time to get your crew aboard the trawler alongside.
I don't believe you, Shadow. Why should you warn me if this is true?
Because the trawler is of American registry. And once aboard, you are subject to the laws of the United States. And the Naval Patrol will pick you up after the explosion.
So that's it.
Yes. You have 9 minutes left to decide. Prison for espionage or death.
You're a fool if you stayed here. I believe him. Captain Storm, quick! Get your crew on the trawler.
Yes. I'm beginning to believe that you have planted a time bomb in the hold, Shadow. But if you have, I'm going to give you your choice. Try to come through this door before I lock it, and I'll shoot you down. Even if I can't see you, I won't miss. Or stay in this cabin and be blown up with the ship.
I have another choice, Dr. Moloff. And it is this!
Margo Lane. I'm safe aboard trawler Black Gull. Return to Panama. Return to Panama. Disregard explosion. Disregard explosion. Return to Panama.
Radio message, Commander. Came through just now. I don't know what you make of it, sir. The sender wouldn't identify.
Let me see. Steam trawler, Black Gull, 6 miles south, southwest La Boca. Dr. Moloff and agents of Spyring aboard. Intercept.
That trawler's been under suspicion for some time, sir.
Yes, and this may be the break we've been waiting for. The destroyer K-17 is in that vicinity, investigating a mysterious explosion. Notify her commanding officer to halt the Gull and search her.
Capitan Storm, what's happened to Dr. Molloff? How did he get off the ship before it blew up?
I don't know, Varita. We found him on the deck of the Gull. Like this, unconscious. No, he ain't dead, but he took an awful beating from somebody.
Huh. Too bad the Shadow did not kill him.
Shadow? What are you talking about? What
Destroyer, dead ahead!
The Shadow said we'd be stopped. We've got to get away.
We can't. They'd blow us out of the water. Stop the engines!
Yes, sir. They're sending a boat to board us.
They can't stop us. We're beyond the 3-mile limit.
You are wrong, Senorita. This trawler is of American registry. It flies the American flag.
The Shadow? You saved Dr. Molloff. You warned the Navy patrol.
Yes, Varita. You and Dr. Moloff and your spies and killers will chart no more minefields, map no more land defenses. Your work is finished, and so is the work of the Shadow.
This story is copyrighted by Street & Smith Publications Incorporated. The characters, names, places, and plot are fictitious. Any similarities to any living or dead are purely coincidental. Lamont Cranston was voiced by Spencer Brus, Margo Lane by Megan Salinas. I'm your announcer, Mr. Spencer Mack, and we bid you a goodbye until next time.